YouTube. What is up, guys? Naisou here, one of the broadcasters, the casters for the MPL Philippines, primarily on the English stream, but maybe see you on panel this week. Anyway, we're going to go over real quick the standings from week 3 that I have pulled up here on the screen. My thoughts as well, overall thoughts. I think this is still one of the best weeks. Yes, it's only week 3, but has to be one of the best weeks with a lot of action, surprises, and also kind of predictions for week 4, which is, what is today? Today's Thursday, so it starts tomorrow, man. Let's go ahead and start off with Echo. Echo 5-0 right now. They're sitting at 5-0. They've only had one match loss, so they're sitting at a nice 14 points. Echo, obviously the super team, amazing players, obviously, and chemistry, synergy between the teams. I think they're going to be very difficult to beat, but I think if anyone's going to beat them, it'll happen this weekend, week 4. I think teams are starting to kind of figure out their play style, figure out how to play against them. It is hard though, because they have so many options available to them, but I think Echo obviously doing great, but I think they might find their first loss this week 4, especially now that we're going to be halfway through the regular season. So I expect them to still win majority of their matches. I'm not sure exactly how many matches they have this weekend, but I think they'll get their first loss. It's possible, right? Number 2, TNC sitting at 11 points, tied with RSG. So TNC, RSG, very similar boat. For me personally, both these teams are pretty much the same caliber. RSG, right? They had a couple losses, or a loss, I believe, week 3, but at the same time, they also had an amazing game. I think it was against, Blacklist was the last match for them. So RSG and TNC, very similar power levels, if you will, and I think there's a lot here. I think those two teams, TNC, RSG, and even NXPE, are just going to continue to interchange right throughout week 4 positions, because for me, they're pretty much all on equal power levels. I like to call it the power levels, right? So I know some people like power rankings, I call it power levels. Echo's obviously there at the top. TNC, RSG, NXPE, I feel like very similar power levels, with TNC and RSG slightly above Next Play Evos, because Next Play Evos is still kind of trying to, I feel like, figure out what roster works the best for them. But again, that's an advantage for them. Next Play Evos has many iterations of that team that can work. So, and they're sitting at 9 points, so they're not too far from TNC, RSG. And moving on to the 5th spot, we have Onyx Philippines. Onyx Philippines, a second in the world. In terms of, last season, the world championships, they were 2nd place, followed by Blacklist. So Onyx, doing a little bit better than Blacklist. Now, Blacklist had quite a rough start, right? But you can notice that they have 6 points. Like, they've been showing form. I mean, with Dexstar there, there's been hope there, right? Kevier finally picking it up in the jungle. Same thing with Onyx. Onyx, they're still solid. It's just I feel like Onyx, in Onyx's case, they had a little bit of a struggle adapting to the new kind of meta, right? Like, I feel like the meta isn't super established yet. To be honest, I feel like it's not super established, but Onyx can't necessarily just play that banana split play style that they had in season 8, right? Same thing with Blacklist. They can't just play that Ube strat that they were known for in season 9, because it's just different now. There's flavors of it, there's iterations of it, but it's not full like it was in season 8. And that's why we're seeing Onyx and Blacklist kind of struggle for their own different reasons. But after week 3, I can say that they have shown signs of finding that form once again of, world-class teams, world-class players. And we'll see if week 4, week 5 is any better of a showing for them after what happened in week 3. Omega, casted their games, man. The game against Onyx, great turnaround. Some people might say it's a fluke, some people might say it's this or that, but at the end of the day, Omega found their strides, found some confidence, and that's why they were able to win 2 games last week during week 3 and finally get some points on the board as well. Again, they're at 4 points, so they're not too far off, right, from these other places. Omega can once again do what they're known for by week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 onward, kind of pop off in the Omega fashion, right? So we'll see how that goes. They're sitting at 4 points, and then of course we have Bren here in the 8th place. Bren in last place, man. I think they're just dealing with a lot of things, not only within the game but outside of the game. They're 0-10, 0, or they're 0-5 for matches, 0-10 for games. There's been signs of hope for them in individual matches, but then usually it just falls apart also in the series. And again, I think Bren is just dealing with a lot of factors that they have to figure out before they find a win. I don't even think that they'll find a win. As much as I love Bren, I want to see them succeed, I still think they have so many other things to deal with before they grab their first win from these other teams, these 7 other teams here. So we'll see. We'll see if they win in week 4. But yeah, moving on to predictions. Let's go take a look at the predictions. All right, so this is the schedule right here for week number 4. Again, we're at the halfway mark already. It's going by so fast. And again, having the players there on site is a huge factor as well. That plays a pretty big role in the players. Obviously, the flow. Hopefully, we have the technical stuff figured out this week. But yeah, let's start off on Friday. It's kicking off with Bren and Omega. Again, Bren still looking for a victory here. Omega obviously having momentum from last weekend. I'm going to give this one to Omega. Omega is going to win this one in Bren versus Omega. Omega will win. And then the second series, we have Echo versus Onyx. For me personally, this could still go either way. Despite the standings right now, I think Onyx looking a lot better than they have. Yes, they lost a crazy game to Omega in week 3, but Onyx Philippines, I think if anyone is going to beat Echo, it could be Onyx. Like in this week, it could be Onyx based off what I saw in week 3. So this could go any way, but I am going to say that I think, who else does Echo play? Echo plays NXPE. Okay. I feel like in this matchup, it could go either way. But since I have to pick one here, I'm going to still put Echo. I'm going to put Echo here for game number 2 on Friday, right? Moving on Saturday, the 3 series that we have Next Play Evos versus TNC. Again, this is one of those games where all these teams are very evenly matched, I feel like. But for this one, I'm going to go with TNC. I think TNC will win against NXPE. Second matchup, Blacklist versus Omega. Interesting, right? Because this is happening already. Blacklist versus Omega. I want to say that I think still Omega, coming off their battle with Bren, which I think they're going to win, I think going into the next day, Omega will win this against Blacklist. Because Omega just responds really well to momentum, unless Blacklist figured something out incredibly over the past week. But I'm going to give this to Omega. The third matchup, RSG versus Onyx. Again, this is a very similar matchup, Onyx versus Echo. Onyx could win this. Like, they're almost there, but still, RSG, oh boy, Demon Kite, man, and just the whole squad, Nas, Aqua, Iman, and Light. Yeah, just they all, and freaking Coach Panda, man, they're all doing a great job. But again, I'll give this to RSG. I think Onyx could have a shot, though. They could. It's gonna depend. I think the day before, if Onyx happens to beat Echo, then Onyx will beat RSG. But again, my prediction right now, RSG over Onyx. And then for the last day, Sunday, we have Bren versus TNC. I think TNC is gonna just handle that without a doubt. They'll get their win there. and Echo versus NXPE. I think this is one of the most exciting matches for week 4. Obviously, you know, we have now Yaoi is on Echo, right? Next play Evos, old team. Interesting story. I still think this could go either way because of a lot of factors. Not just the fact that Echo is a super team and they're undefeated right now, but next play Evos looks good, man. Like I said, they're very similar to RSG and TNC in terms of power level, and I think depending how the rest of their week goes, you know, their game on the day before and everything against TNC, that'll give us a really good kind of look at how this will go. But Echo versus Next Play Evo is definitely a game to watch, but I am still going to give this to Echo. The reason why I'm giving these advantages to Echo and the reason why they're the super team is just because each individual player is so damn good in their role. Coach Arcadia has somehow managed to do magic with them and get them all to work as a cohesive unit, and at the same time they have the potential to swap around roles like between their mid and their roam pretty well and make it work, right? So again, I'm going to give this to Echo. So those are my predictions for week number 4 here, season 9. Feel free to leave yours down in the comment section below. Just a quick little video before tomorrow kicks off. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the week 4. Again, you can catch me on the English stream. Might be on the panel as well this week. But again, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching these videos. I know the content is, you know, a mix of other stuff, vlogs, FPL, but that's how I like it over here. So thank you guys. Enjoy your days, and we'll see you in the next one. GG, WP.